revolution in which you love your enemy. You don't have a revolution in which you are begging the system of exploitation to integrate you into it. Revolutions overturn systems. Revolutions destroy systems.
Since Malcolm came on the scene and stood up in such a courageous way, he's become the symbol for anybody that's talking about freedom.
To hear a man, talking about people's right to defend themselves, it's like it was unheard of. It's like who said that you can defend yourself?
You brought us over here as slaves. You're gonna keep us here, and you're mad because we want some of our own. Why don't we just take everything that belongs to us?
Just because you're a white person who like hip hop, don't mean we free.
There's a lot going on. It's supposed to be a movement going on, and not too many people are moving. I don't understand it.
What Malcolm was able to do, each and every person has the capacity to do. The question is, do we have the desire?
Because we know this truth and we're willing to teach it, it's a great threat to the system of white supremacy that has them chosen and has us cursed.
He was dangerous because, like Christ, he was raising them up by empowering them and giving them the passion to live. And that's what he did for me, and that's what I love the brother for, and that's what I thank him for.
I may be dead and gone, but one day, enough of us will turn things around.
But what they didn't understand is that you cannot kill a spirit of a people's yearning for freedom, which existed before Malcolm X. He was a courageous man. He knew the forces of imperialism, colonialism would kill him if he stand up to free his people. But he had no choice. And he stood and they killed him. But what they didn't understand is that you cannot kill a spirit of a people's yearning for freedom, which existed before Malcolm X and was only embodied by Malcolm because of the circumstances of his life and the training he got from his family and from the elders who prepared him to be a leader and a teacher of his people. Before it gets dark, I want to take you by the Audubon ballroom where Malcolm was assassinated.
No, I'm not an American. I'm one of the 22 million black people who are the victims of Americanism. One of the 22 million black people who are the victims of democracy. Nothing but disguised hypocrisy.
His wife did fight very hard to get part of it retained as a historical site where her husband's assassination could be remembered.
I look at Harlem as Malcolm X's living room. You understand, in the picture where he's standing there holding the gun by the window looking out. This is how Malcolm is overseeing Harlem right now. This is like his living room. And if you don't show respect, you must walk through that door and leave this house.
Groups like Public Enemy, KRS-One, X-Clan, Paris and many other groups had positive messages, many of which were inspired and influenced by the words and thoughts of Malcolm.
To me, he represented revolution in every aspect, not just in terms of religion, but in terms of culture, because for a long time, we were always begging and pleading for something. That's why a lot of people, respect Malcolm X so much in hip-hop, because hip-hop is from another generation.
We invested 310 years of slave labor, 310 years, every day of which your and my mother and father worked for nothing. Not 8 hours a day. There was no union in that day. They worked from sun up until sundown, from can't see in the morning until can't see at night. They never had a day off. And on Sunday, they were allowed to sit down and sing about when they died, they wouldn't be slaves no more. When they died.
There is millions of Malcolm X's. We simply have to pay attention to them.
What Malcolm was able to do, each and every person has the capacity to do. The question is, do we have the desire?